So, I think I'm gonna inherit the name for this car that my girlfriend gave it a few years ago. And she calls it the Curse. What's up, guys? T-Croc here. Welcome to the vlog. As the title stated, what have I been up to lately? Actually, not that much. There's been a few things that have come up, and I just personally have not had time to work on the car. So, just to tell the story about what happened. So basically, I was going out of town to pick up some parts from a 3G owner. He was basically selling the car, and I saw some of the parts that he had, and I was like, well, if you want to make a deal, let's make a deal. So I'll show you guys that a little bit later. Actually, I'm on my way to go pick that stuff up right now. So other than that, I had intentions to basically schedule a date with Justin and make him do the tech inspection. But on my trip to pick up these parts, I picked up a nail in my tire. And since I was a few hours away from home and I was worried about the nail coming out because it was really loose, I was luckily like near a tire shop. So I was just like, well, might as well have them, pull the nail out and plug it since I don't have anything to plug it with. So stopped by this tire shop and had them take a look and plug the tire for me. When they removed the nail, I actually still have the nail. It was this little teeny thing right here. So yeah, it didn't puncture the tire. It wasn't leaking anything like that. But they were like, hey, while we had your truck up there, you're leaking coolant. And I'm like, great. I asked them how bad it was, and they said it was a very, very slow leak, and I still had coolant like in the truck. So I told them, I said, well, I'm gonna take my chances because I didn't want them to work on it. Like, I'm literally 5 hours away. I was like, let me just see if I can make it home. I'll buy a jug of coolant and just keep filling it up if it leaks that bad. So get it home, decide to take a peek at it myself to see where it's leaking from, and it looked like it was leaking from the water pump, but I just replaced the water pump literally a year ago when I did all the maintenance on it. But instead, like, the more I looked at it, it was behind the water pump. And I work on this truck a little bit, like I do like regular maintenance on it, but like I've never like tore this motor like and dug deep into it. So without I didn't have time to deal with it because, for one, my girlfriend was moving in. I had to help her move some stuff and go to storage unit and stuff like that, and on top of work, I just had zero time to actually deal with the truck. So I actually took it to the dealership and had them deal with it. They gave me a call back that day and said that something was leaking out of the valve cover and the timing gear. It was a slew of things. And knowing that I'm not gonna be able to tear this motor apart and do it myself, I just bit the bullet and had them do it. The good thing about that was they gave me a nice ass rental. I actually was a 2020 Dodge Ram 1500. I'm telling you guys, that shit was nice compared to mine. I've always wanted to get a newer truck because, for one, this one's just two-wheel drive, and granted, the area I live in, it doesn't snow that much, but when it snowed, it fucking sucks. So to drive something that's 4x4 with a bigger motor and four-way active air suspension and like all the interior was just nice. So just to have that, to drive that and like know what I'm gonna be getting myself into in the future, it was just good to know. So future, maybe a year or two or so, I will be getting a new truck because that thing was nice. So enough of that. Off camera, I actually signed up for the track event. I talked to the guy who runs the event and, basically told him my situation. We're like, hey, the car's running, I see, a couple things here and there. The spots are filling up really quick, and I didn't want to basically have, wait till the last minute and then everything's full. Because basically he told me he wouldn't allow me to sign up for novice, which I was kind of shocked at, because he said you have experience. He said novice is for someone that's brand spanking new to tracking or just racing their cars, period. And he said we would have probably thrown you into intermediate anyway, like after like a session or something. So I'm all down to be in the intermediate. Hopefully, with intermediate, you still get an instructor and they have to sign you off. So hopefully I can get signed off really quickly and I won't have to worry about having an instructor, and I can do like ride-alongs and stuff. But I'm signed up for NC Car. I actually took a list of the drivers and cars, because it actually tells you. And it's about 68 people so far. I'm not sure who's in what group. But I'll tell you one thing, it is heavily muscle car, V8, muscle. It has a lot of Mustangs and domestics in it. It's a heavy domestic event. I saw a couple BMWs and Miatas and stuff like that, maybe a few S2000s. But like, I'm gonna call myself the little engine that could, because they are overpowering the car compared to me. So it will be interesting to see how well I do in this event. So that's really it. I'm actually just gonna go to the shop and, you know, start the car up, let it warm up, just take a peek at everything, because I haven't ran the car in like a few weeks or so. So I like to go up there. I like to go once a week and just let it run and get up to temp. But like I said, I've been so busy I haven't been able to do it. So the battery might be dead, so I might have to jump it or charge it up. But yeah, so let me go pick up the part and I'll show you guys that, and then we'll head to the shop afterwards. So this is what I picked up on my road trip. Now everybody's like, oh, just a hood. Actually, this is a carbon fiber hood that's been painted. Basically the guy only wanted an OEM hood. Like, I thought he wanted some cash on top, but he was just like, I'm trying to sell the car. If you get me an OEM hood, I'll swap you. So I went to the junkyard and just grabbed him a black OEM hood and made a swap. And yeah, so hopefully it has hood pins already. It had hood pins installed. So I'm hoping that I have an extra set of arrow catch that I can just cut around the hole and replace these with arrow catch, hopefully. But yeah, he did tell me it was cracked from a previous owner, and he basically sanded it down because he wanted it to be carbon fiber, but when he saw that it was cracked, he just stopped sanding it and repainted it and then cleared it. He said it's like a good crack in it. He said, so that's why he wanted just to swap hoods. And also the reason why I picked this up is because if you guys seen my Evo carbon fiber hood, it has the vents, but I can't cover it like in case of like a torrential downpour or something like that. So if I know race day that it's gonna rain or something like that, then I can just swap hoods and run one that can protect the motor. I know a lot of people say like the rain doesn't affect anything, but I just don't want anything. I don't want to chance it, and I can't seal that hood. I know they make like vents that you can open and close, but I can't find one that'll actually, unless I want to cut the hood open some more, I can't find the correct vents to run that. So I'm gonna pick this up and throw it in the back of the truck. And like I said, I have a spare arrow catch somewhere around here in one of these boxes over here, and I'm gonna grab those and we're bringing those to the shop. I think I'm gonna inherit the name for this car that my girlfriend gave it a few years ago, and she calls it the Curse. And I do believe this car is cursed. I don't, like I said, I'll say this all the time, I don't think this platform's bad or anything like that, but I think this particular car is cursed. There's no way that something you can't turn this car over. It's just been sitting for a few weeks. I haven't touched it or anything like that, and it ran perfectly fine, and then all of a sudden now it doesn't want to turn over. So the plan of attack is right now I have to cancel my appointment to dyno and have Justin inspect it. Yes, I was going to download a car next week and do a video on it, but now that's not going to happen. So I have to figure out why the car's not starting. I got to figure out if it's getting fuel and fire first, or fuel and spark. So I'm gonna do this off camera because it'll be a lot faster, and I'll just tell you guys, like, when I find the issue, I'll tell you guys what it was. I'm just not gonna do like a whole video of me trying to diagnose this car, because I really want to get this done. I have to grind this shit out because I do not have that much time before this track event, and I still have a lot of things that I need to take care of. But the main thing is to make sure you have a running car before you actually go to the track event. So I will post a video as soon as I get this car fixed to let you guys know what happened. So like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.